This is our annual meeting, and I did send out information yesterday as to how the officer elections and nominations have taken place, and just wanted some feedback. And I'm so glad to see Gina here and Peggy here. Do you have any notions as to what you would like to do with the club this coming year, which would of course be the 21-22 year, which will start in July? Kind of putting you on the spot there. But anyway.
Well, I have not been very active, so I definitely want to get more active. You know, I used to be a member of the Morgantown Club, and I was pretty regular. And then I took a job out of town, but now I'm back in town. I took a job back in town, but I've just not been real active because work's just been a little overwhelming. So I want to be more active. I don't know that I want to take any kind of leadership role at this point. My son graduates this year. He's having a terrible senior year, but he graduates this year, and I may not even be in Morgantown in a couple of years. So, you know what I'm saying? So well, I'm going to do the downsizing thing, and
yeah.
Yeah.
We're Diana. How are you? And we see Leela.
Hi, how's everybody? Happy holidays.
Happy holiday.
Well, it's so nice to see everyone. Anyway, we should get on our way here, and you all received the information on the nominations. And before we get started, though, I would like to introduce Peggy. Peggy Klauser is our newest member. She came
Welcome, Peggy.
And she works for the FBI. She's an IT girl, which seems to me that if she wanted to move into a more active role, public image would probably be a-okay. What do you say about that, Peggy? You can email me on that.
Yeah, I've been looking through some of the materials and trying to decide where to land, so to speak, in the Rotarians. And that was one thing I was thinking about, was something IT, but I didn't know exactly what was available. So
well,
I'll fish around some more and see.
Okay, if you have any questions, just shoot me an email.
I will, thank you.
Okay. So I'm not quite sure, the Roberts Rules of Order on how all this takes place, but I did send a nomination, so I would assume that
old business, new business, the treasurer's report.
Do we accept the nominations? You can say an aye or an nay.
I move.
Aye.
I don't know if I vote or not.
Aye.
Well, that was easy.
Gina, do you have?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, we lost your audio.
Sorry about that. I was muted. My other phone was going on.
Okay.
I am so sorry. I have not seen them. I apologize. I was trying to find them here on my phone. So.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I can look real quick, and or you can move forward. I should have.
I'll move forward, and you
okay. Sorry about that.
Okay. Of course, we need to, and Jeff will be coming in as president. And Jeff, I guess you're okay with that, right? Since you're president-elect.
Yeah.
So the all agrees.
Well, and Jeff has been with us from the beginning, right, Jeff? When we first
No,
started.
I think you all have been a little bit of time, but
Maybe
close
a
to
year, maybe
yeah.
a year or two.
Yeah,
before.
something like that.
Yeah, been around a long time, I know.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I definitely want to see this, continue on and work, and I think it's gained a lot of momentum in the last little bit of time. Obviously, the hiccup of this year, but hopefully that's going to be past us soon. So we'll see.
Yeah, this year has been an odd year. I mean, as far as Diane, in the last meeting, you asked about the books and with the Kingwood office, et cetera, so on. Well, the offices are not open. people are hard to get to. So that project is sort of on hold as far as moving forward with that until we're a little bit to the point where life is normal again. If, Leila, do you believe that will ever happen? That life would be normal again as we know it?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
From a medical perspective, will life ever return to normal?
I guess it depends what our definition of normal is. Certain things I think are not going to have to change fundamentally. Other things I think we'll get back to more what we're used to. I think you will be able to go inside again. It's just, you know, it's going to take a while. It's not going to obviously go as quickly as we're hoping. I think the vaccination rollout has so far not gone very smoothly. So it's going to take a while to get enough people vaccinated that I think it's going to be safer to be in an environment, inside environment without masks on. That's
Yeah.
kind of where everybody's going to feel more normal. But you know, the other thing is, you know, winter will end and then we'll be back to warmer weather. It'll be easier to be outside with people again. So it's nothing like, it's none of it's a permanent. At least we're not somewhere in colder climates where we don't get a good spring. So, but it's still something that, yeah, the next couple months they're not gonna be fun. I feel really bad for actually some of the rural communities, not just West Virginia, but across the, you know, the country. They're already in dire straits and they still have the post-Christmas coming at them, which I don't.
Yeah.
That's gonna be really, really hard for them.
All right, well, Diana, this is a question for you about the board of directors. Now, Lisa wants to retain a board seat, but she, since learning has gone remote and she's a speech pathologist, she's kind of overloaded with that educational system that she's got to deal with. So she can maintain that board seat, is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that we have anything in the bylaws about prohibiting it. And so I think, yeah, she could just be, you know, maybe a board member appointed, you know, at large rather than an officer, and that would be fine.
Okay, well, I just indicated because Joe Palumbo,
Yes.
advisor. So I just, since she's had some RLI education and she's been with us for over a year now, that I put her on the board as an advisor.
That's great.
Okay. So if anybody else, I guess now if they wanted to, you know, well, everybody's welcome to come to a board meeting. So I just want to let you know that. But like Gina, if you want to look at some of the committee chairs or just let us know so that we can talk and decide what we need to do. Okay. I would say to any of you, if you have not been to an international convention, that you need to put it on your bucket list because it is so amazing. Once we can all like get together as people.
Yeah, the great
in a
diversity.
place.
Great diversity.
You get to meet people from all over the world. They're in their native dress. It's just the most beautiful thing in the world. And everybody has one common goal, and that is to do good through Rotary. And it's well worth the experience.
Are you all aware of the 3 awards that this little club got? That was outstanding. I mean, I was just really proud of Bonnie for, you know, what she's done with that.
Well, I didn't have a whole lot to do with it. All of our members pulled together to do that, but of course, a lot of the funds came as a gift for district work. But and not only with me, but other members within our club. So we were one of 1,550 clubs within our, I believe it's, you know, I don't know if this is worldwide or within our, no, it's one out of 1,500 clubs within the 35,000 Rotary clubs. that received the top 3 highest in per capita annual giving. Yay!
Wow.
What was the other two?
And then the other one was, we were one of 3,400 clubs out of 35,000 clubs that attain the status of every Rotarian every year.
And the third one?
One of only 4,000 clubs to become a 100% foundation giving club. So we were one of 1,500, one of 3,400, and one of 4,000. That's pretty amazing for a little tiny little club.
Very amazing. And we were acknowledged by the district governor as well for that
Yes.
accomplishment. He was very proud of the club, Bonnie, and of you.
So very, very nice. So anyway, I want you all to know that if you do go into Club Runner, into the member area, you know, to look at programs and that kind of thing, there's an area back there called Documents. And what I have, one of my goals for just being during my presidency was to make sure that that document area was filled up with everything that we have done so that everything is archived. So I'll make sure that all that is in there. So, and I've categorized it like foundation and meetings and programs on and on and on and on. So whenever you have time, just, you know, take a gander on.
Well, I would say it's a few months, but like, as we all know, that stuff goes by so quickly. I'd like to keep between what you and Diana have done is the consistency of that. So I'll be picking you and both your brains a little bit, because I think that consistency is what's made this start to work as people had envisioned it. So I think it's important to kind of try to do that, my opinion. But
well, that'll be fine. I'm not going anywhere. I haven't gone anywhere for a year, so.
you haven't gone anywhere for a year, so you're pretty much a captive audience.
But even if I'm in Europe, if I'm lucky enough to ever get there again, I'll still be here.
Good.
Okay. Let's see, other than that,
Treasurer's report.
okay.
I'm the treasurer. It's really funny because I really have a great aversion to accounting. And I get all sweaty and nervous. I can make money. I don't have any problem with that. I just don't like counting the beans, you know, and putting them in those slots. It just, I get all nervous about it. So Bonnie does all the little bean counting.
Yeah, I do all the.
And she was the head of the Internet Guru Committee for the district, and so I did all that for her. So it works out pretty good. That being said, I think she's looking pretty good. It looks like all the dues were paid and up to date. The district grant award, $1,250, of which $625 will be reimbursed, went to that wonderful little program feeding the children, the backpack program.
And this is an ongoing grant that we really haven't expended yet, but it was awarded, I would say late September, and it'll go through to May.
And then the 2020 fundraiser, y'all did the run for it.
Kitty cat.
Hi, Kitty. Brought in $2,348.07. And that went primarily to the Barber County Backpack Program. And that's pretty good for a little tiny club like us, I think. And that was up more than $243 over last year's, which we thought was phenomenal.
Plus our participation was up too. We had more donations, we had more participation. We went from 8 participants to 14 this year. So hopefully I'll try to get some of you on board, because the event went via virtual. So you could run for it in your living room and be fine and dandy as long as you had a little contraption that said.
Everybody had a tracker on their, their smartphone. It was pretty interesting. I got the award for the slowest walker. because I've been eating too much of Bonnie's cooking.
Oh, that's why I have my apron on. I've been cooking a lot of cookies.
In the second quarter, the annual fund payment, $275, $95 polio plus payment will go to the Rotary International tomorrow morning. And then finally, I think, again, for being such a small club, our current balance in the bank is $6,285.96. I think it's amazing.
Of which, of course, you know, the 2348 is run for it escrowed. So, but we're doing very well.
Still, that's pretty healthy. Not a huge sum of money, but
Oh, someone's coming.
comparatively, it's pretty good.
What a great accomplishment, especially this year has been such a challenging year for everyone, Bonnie, and it's exceeded what happened last year. There's Rick. Rick is our historian.
And last but not least, you know, with the troubles with the Black Lives Matter, all that came about. When was that? In July, sometime? Was it July? Lisa, you there? Anyway, Lisa contacted me and she wanted our club to put out a statement, which will be put into the document center, but she wrote up a statement which was in line with the statement that was issued by Rotary International, which is this, and I will have it in the document center so you can read it. Okay?
I am here. Thank you, Bonnie.
Okay. And we also donated 100 some of the socks were out of stock. So I'm not quite sure how the numbers fell out yet because it's been a purchase. The bank hasn't gone to the bank yet, but we donated socks to a program in Marion County with a Rotarian who's part of the Fairmont Club for homeless folks. And it was about $150 thereabouts in socks.
That wasn't Brett White, was it, Bonnie? Was it Brett's club?
It's Brett's club, but it's Jeremy Rodabaugh.
Okay.
Rodabaugh. He has an insurance company there in the Fairmont area. But he does this sock program every year. It's not really part of the Fairmont Club, but as a Rotarian. And I thought it was a pretty nice thing that we could do, you know, during the holidays. So other than that, if you all have any ideas, please communicate. You know, we really don't want to carry all those funds from year to year, because it's really a challenge and a lot of fun to like build up that again. I find it is very enjoyable. And that's what I said to Mark. You know, I was a 12-year director for a nonprofit in the tourism business in West Virginia. And it seems like I really have this knack for making money for nonprofits. And I said, why can't I do that with our businesses?
Because it's my job to make it.
And I count it.
She counts it.
Well, we're running out of time. This will be recorded and you'll find this in the document center as well, I think.
Bonnie, really quickly, just a couple organizations that I heard about more recently that I thought might be something that we could consider. If it's not this year, maybe next year. One was the Food Pantry More. I actually volunteered on Saturday to help give out food to people. They drive by and they load up their cars. So that one, it's in Morgantown. I'm sure they have other locations. And then also, it's interesting, I actually listened to a podcast that was talking about this, and the reporter says, I'm in Morgantown, West Virginia, and I was wondering, what was this organization? And it's called West Virginia Women Work, and it helps teach them more like trade skills, like plumbing or carpentry or something like that. So if they were, say, in they were waitressing or doing something that was in a, small businesses and they lost their job. This is something where they teach them the trade. They help them get a job too, to go into, a group, an actual construction organization. And I thought it was really great because they're teaching them something that they can honestly take wherever they're going. It's not dependent on the one business anymore. So I thought both of those were two really great organizations I heard about recently.
What was the name of the food pantry?
Food Pantry More, I think.
More? Like M-O-R-E?
Yeah, I'll M-O-R-E. I'll double check and I can email you guys. I don't want to
Okay.
give you, I mean, that's wrong.
Well, I would say that I think all those are good. I think it's like very important to me. And I think if you read anything that's going on, especially with the COVID thing, anything that has to do with food shortages, I think you're going to see a lot of that. I think there's a lot of it's been going on.
Yep.
I think that those could be, I mean, that's one for me. And I love that backpack program because it makes you crazy when you think about these kids but there's adults as well and seniors and things like that. So I think any of those things I think are great ideas. Along with the training skills, I'm not blowing that one off. I'm just saying the food stuff is, I think you're going to see a lot more of it here in the next few months.
I agree. And also,
Jenna got the right name in the chat. Thank you. She corrected me. Yeah.
I wanted to also mention that PJ, William Margellis, will be sort of in charge of purchasing the food and getting them to Philippi. Now, the reason why we chose Barber County and Philippi, basically the run for it, which is actually, it runs through the Tucker Community Foundation, has a boundary. And you have to work with a nonprofit that's within a 8-county area, of which Barber was. And I chose Barber County because they do not have a Rotary club. So I wanted to introduce Rotary to Barber County people. So now, and the participation, which doubled from last year to this year, most of that participation came from Barber County. So not only, and then once the program, we again are waiting because, the kids aren't in school, so the backpack program is on hold. If by chance we have to divert our grant funds because school doesn't open or they can't use those funds, dealing with the school schedules, etc., then we could look at that food pantry and I could rewrite the grant possibly to cover something else if we can't cover the Barber School kids. I don't think it'll come to that, but you don't know. So, but they have to be in school to use the backpack program. If they're not in school, then other programs kick in through the education system.
Barber County was chosen too because of the poverty. The situation in the rural areas are very, very bad. So
84% of the children in the 2 schools that this nonprofit works with, 84% were eligible for the backpack program.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's a pretty good place to be sending it then.
yeah. Yeah, the people running the program, when we showed up with the first loads of food, how would you describe that?
Well, we all had a lot of fun. We'll just put it that way. And the folks who were putting the bags together, they were all older seniors. They enjoyed it immensely. Of course, this was when we all could look at each other and be close to each other and, hug each other. The old days where.
Yeah, I really miss those days. It's really good to see you guys, though.
People were people huggers.
It gets lonely by yourself on the farm.
and we have put a whole new definition on tree hugging. Come here, tree. So anyway, I guess that's about it for today. And it was so nice to see so many beautiful faces.
Yeah.
So good to
See
see
you
you
all.
guys. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New
And
Year.
There's Lisa.
Bonnie, those days will come back. We just got to be patient for the next couple months, but those days will come back. We just got to get through this.
Yes.
All right.
Congratulations to your father. I saw that big full page ad in the local paper. It was his 50th year or something. Was a Rotary honor, Leela? Or I
Oh, was
Foundation?
it? You didn't even tell me. That's too funny. I'll
Did
have
you
to
see
ask
it,
him.
Rick?
Yes, we've been doing it for a long time. That's
Did you see that, Rick? I think there was like a full page tribute some
I
months
missed,
back.
I missed that, so I'm gonna have to look for it.
You'll have to ask him about it.
Yeah.
I will
Anyway.
definitely ask him. Too funny. But thank you.
Right.
Well,
All right.
everybody
Happy
have
New Year,
a
everyone.
nice and safe.
Happy New Year.
Happy
Happy
New Year.
New Year. Let's get rid of 2020.
Yes, 2021. Good to see you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Uh,